Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video I'm going to be doing a decluttering in my makeup collection. So in today's video I'm going to be going through my face palettes. That is these two drawers right here. I have this makeup organizer. It's a plastic one. I know it's a plastic one, but that's what I have right now, so that's what I keep all my stuff in here. So yeah, so we're gonna be working with in these two drawers right here are the big ones, and those two at the bottoms are my eyeshadow palettes. But today we're gonna do the face palette, so that includes bronzer palettes, blush palettes, and highlighter palettes. So yeah, so let's get started. We have a lot to go through. So I'm gonna start with this drawer right here. I have all my face palettes in this drawer and in the bottom one too. So whatever is all, I'm gonna toss it, and I'm not gonna use it no more. I just gonna pass down to a friends or family, or I'm going to put it on sale POSHMARK. So let's begin. So I have this Madison Miller. It looks like this. This is the this is from Ofra Cosmetics and Madison Miller. I think she did a collab with them. So this is the palette looks like. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and this is two highlighters and one blush. So yeah, so I really like this one, so I'm gonna keep it. Next I have this palette from Too Faced. It's the Natural Face palette, and it looks like this. It has a big mirror, and I like this palette so much. You have everything you need. You have your highlighters, your blushes, and your bronzers. This one is matte and this is a luminous, so I like to mix those two bronzers together. So yeah, so I really like this palette, and it's pretty. I really like it, so I'm going to keep this palette. Next I have these two palettes from Cosmetics. The first one is this one this is the one from Fairlight, and the other one is medium tint. So both looks like this. I really like it, and I use both of it, so I'm going to keep those. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I can make it work. It's not an issue for me. So yeah, so this one's I really like it, and I'm going to keep it. Next I have this one from Anastasia. I think, I'm not sure if Anastasia still selling this one, but I really like it. Has all peachy colors that I like, and yeah, so I'm keeping this one. Next I have this highlighter palette from what is this, from Lancome, and I got this one in a Christmas collection that they came out with, and I think it was 2 years ago, but they bring it back last year. So yes, I really like it. Let me do some swatches. Look how stunning it is. Really love it. I'm keeping this one. Then I have this from Too Faced. This is the Cocoa Contour Palette. It looks like this. It has a huge mirror. It looks like this. I'm going to keep it because I just got it like 3 months ago, but I like it. I don't like these two colors right here. I mostly use these 4 colors, but I'm going to keep it. This is the only contour palette that I have in my collection. I used to have that that Kat D one, but I already used all of it. So yeah, so now I have this one, and I really like this banana shade to set my concealer. So yeah, so definitely I'm going to keep this. Okay, next I had this from Cosmetics. This is the Bright and Bronze Complexion Trio, and this is in the shade Fairlight, and this is how it looks like. I really like it. I just got this like last month, and I've really been using it a lot. I really like mixing these two shades for my bronzer, and this is really a great brightening color under your eyes. So yeah, I really like a lot of Cosmetics products. So next I have this one from Natasha Denona. This is the Blue Blush Glow Palette, and this one I got in my Boxy Charm. I think it was the premium one, and it has 2 cream blushes and 2 powder blushes. This has kind of like a highlighter Both has shimmer on it, but it's really pretty. And this is the cream products right here. They're really good, really great, and I really like it. And it's Natasha Denona, so I'm going to keep it. I have this one from Harper Real Glow, and this is from MAC. I'm going to keep this one. I already got rid of the other kind. I used to have the gold version of this, but this is kind of like a pink rose color. I really like it, so I'm going to keep this one. Next, I have the Beverly Hills with Nicole Guerrero. It's this one right here, and this is how the palette looks like. It's really gorgeous, really cute, and I just got this palette, and yeah, I really like it, and I'm going to keep it. Next, I have this one from Too Faced Sugar Peach palette, and this one looks like this. Really pretty, really amazing colors. I really like this palette, and yeah, it has everything you need. Well, not everything, but I have two highlighter color, and then these three blushes that has shimmer. So you know how I like my shimmer blushes. So yeah, I had this one from Becca and Chloe and Malika collection. So this is how it looks like. I really like this palette, and it has everything you need for your face, your bronzer, two blushes, and a highlighter. So I really been liking this palette a lot, so I'm keeping this one. We're not doing too good so far, so sorry, but I really like all these palettes, and it's hard to get rid of it. So this palette is from Kylie. This one was from the Christmas collection from last year, and I really like it. It has a bronzer, a blush, and two highlighters, and they're really great highlighters. Let me do some swatches right here, so you can see right here. Great palette, and it's little compact, and it's great for travel. Next, I have this one from Flower Beauty. I adore this palette so much, and I'm keeping this palette. And yeah, so this is a great palette for the drugstore. Next, I have this one from Morphe. This is the 8W, and this is a blush palette. It has all my peach colors that I like. It's really great palette. And that's, I believe, this is the only product that I have from Morphe. I used to have a lot of Morphe palettes, but I don't have it anymore. And the other stuff that I have from Morphe is the Jaclyn Hill's palettes and the Jeffree Star. So this is my Essence palette, and this is how it looks like. I really like this palette, and I'm keeping it. Next, I have the Benefit Cheerleader Bronze Squad. I don't know if still have this in the for sale, but it has everything you need. Again, it has the Hula, a bronzer, the Hura Caramel, that's the new bronzer that they came out with, the cookie highlighters that I adore. This highlighter, look at this, really gorgeous color, and two blushes. So yeah, I'm keeping this palette. Next, I had this one from OMG. This is from Jadis. She's a YouTuber here, and she have Line, her makeup brand. So stunning, is really blinding, and yeah, and I like it how it's a thin packet. It's great for travel. Then I had this one from Wonder Beauty. I don't know about this palette, if I should keep it. I like it, but this is a bright pink. It's this one right here. It's really bright, so I gotta do a little bit like handing with this, but for right now I'm going to keep it. But maybe in my next decluttering I will get rid of that palette. Next, I have my Smashbox palette, and I really like this one because you have your bronzer, contour, two blush, peachy colors that I like, and two highlighters. So I really like this palette, and I'm going to keep it. I have the other palette that is kind of like in contour, and I'm going to get rid of the other one, and let me see if I can find it, and I will get rid of the one. Next, I had this one from Essence. This is the Some Cloud Matte Bronzy Powder palette. So this is how it looks like. When you open it up, you know that I adore this palette. It's really great. The bronzers are really nice and blendable. So yeah, I really like it, and I'm keeping this one. Next I have this one from Glaze. These are from Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the Lip Kit in Glaze. This is a huge palette right here. Let me see if y'all can focus. Right here. It's a great palette and I really like all these colors. Keeping it. Next I have this Tarte Park Avenue bronzer palette. They say that it's a kind of contour palette, but this is more like a bronzer palette for me. These 4 colors are really warm tones and I like it for bronzer, so I really like this palette and I'm keeping it. I got this palette in my BoxyCharm, and also this palette I got in my BoxyCharm, and this is the Tarte Pro Glow and Blush. So this one has 2 mirrors on the sides and it looks like this. Has 4 gorgeous blushes, a luminous bronzer and a highlighter. I really like it and I've been using it a lot, so I'm keeping this one. So we're done with that one, with this drawer right here. So I'm gonna move on with the bottom drawer right here. Okay, so next I have this one from Superstitious Formula, and this is the Butter Collection Tans Willie John, and this is her right here. She's really pretty, and this is a recent palette that I got, and it has the bronzers, the blush, and the highlighter. This highlighter is a little deep for me, but I can make it work if I mix it with that one on the top. But yeah, I really like it and I'm keeping this. Oh my god, I need to get rid of some stuff. And then I have these 3 palettes from BH Cosmetics. I really like these 3 blush palettes. I have a Chocolate Cherry Truffle by the Chocolate Cherry Truffle. Looks like this. Like it. The Vanilla Peach Truffle. Gorgeous palette. And the Vanilla Cream Truffle. And it looks like this. Really gorgeous palettes. I really like it and I'm keeping this. Then I had this one from Catrice. This is the California in a Box. This is a great palette, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this palette. It looks like this. It has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. It's really pretty, but I have other palettes that I like more, like my Essence I like more than this one, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next I had this one from I Love Revolution. This is a sister brand from Makeup Revolution. So this is the Rose Gold Glow, and this one looks like this. I really like it, but I feel like the Flower Beauty palette, it has the same color, so there is no need for me to keep this highlighter palette. So I'm gonna pass it along to somebody that want it. But it's a great palette and I highly recommend it if you don't have the Flower Beauty. Then I had this one from Catrice and Iman. This is a collaboration with Iman. She's really pretty. She's really talented person. And yeah, so this is a light shadow palette, the highlighter palette that she came out with. This is really stunning, really gorgeous, and really pigmented. This is like blinding and I really like it, so I'm keeping this. I have 2 palettes from BH Cosmetics. It's this one right here. I don't think I have the need to keep both of the palettes, so let me see which one I'm gonna get rid of it. This is the Blushing in Bali, and this one looks like this. So this palette have this color that I like. This is too light for my face, like this is like a pink pale, and this is too deep for me, as you can see. And the highlighters, these 2 I like, and this is way too dark for me. So I don't know, let me see this one. This is the Glowing in Grease. So let me open it up. So this one has pretty much all the blushes I like and I will wear it. And the highlighters, I like it, like this one. It looks kind of dark, but it's really pretty, and I can mix it with the other one and it will tone it down a little bit. And this is a pink highlighter that I like too. So I'm going to keep this palette and I'm gonna get rid of this one, even though the packaging is better, you know, it's pink, but I'm gonna get more used to this palette than this one, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next I have this one from LA Girls. I really like this blush palette. So, and I show you in my dupes video that this is a really good alternative from the Anastasia blush trio that they have. And yeah, so I really like it. It's a great option in the drugstore. If you want to try it out, I really highly recommend it, and I'm keeping that one. So I had this one from Shauna V Miami, and this is a blush palette, and this is 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. I really like this palette, and I'm keeping this palette. Next, I had this one from Becca and Christian. This one right here. They don't sell this one no more. I've been seeing this one in TJ Maxx. You cannot get hands of this palette. If I use in my videos, like, I cannot recommend it because I don't think it's for sale no more. So I'm gonna pass it along to somebody else. And yes, I really like this palette so much. It has a bronzer and a gorgeous pink blush and 2 highlighters, and I really like it, but I'm gonna pass it along to somebody else. Then I had the Jaclyn Hill and Becca. Remember this palette? This palette is old, but it still performs really good. It's this one right here. It has Champagne Pump and Prosecco. One of these 2 are Champagne Pump and Prosecco, and these 3 gorgeous blush colors I really like. I'm going to keep this palette. Next, I had this one from Catrice and Iman, and this is the blush palette. She came out with the highlighter and eyeshadow palette and the blush palette. So I bought those 2. I didn't buy the eyeshadow palette, but I got these 2, and so far I really like these 2 palettes that I got, and I'm really gonna keep it. Next, I had these 2 palettes from KK Beauty. KKW Beauty is this one right here. I really like it, and this is the matte version and this is the shimmer version. I really like both, and I just got it not too long ago, so I'm going to keep it. Next, I have this one from Smashbox. This is the Cali Contour. So this is a contour palette. This has a setting powder, a contour palette, 2 highlighters that they're kind of deep for my skin tone, and this bronzer and the blush palette. This is the only blush that they have, and I like it, but since I already have the Too Faced contour palette and I like that one more than this one, I'm going to keep the contour palette, and I'm going to get rid of this one. Next, I had this one from Dominic Cosmetics, and this is the Prism and Glow. I like pretty much all the Dominic Cosmetic products that she have, but this one for some reason it is like, it's too thick for me. It's too dark for me. Like, this color is gray. It's really pretty. It's this one right here, but it's too dark for my skin tone. So as you can see, it's kind of like a blush topper, and this one is way too dark. This is kind of like a gold, and this color is kind of like an iridescent color, and this one has a lot of shimmer, and the only one that I like is this one, but since I have the single ones that she came out with not too long ago, there is no point for me to keep this whole palette just for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this palette, but I really like everything else that she came out with. I just think that this palette is more for people with a deeper, medium tan, deeper skin tones. So yes, so next I had this one from Laura Cosmetics, and this is a palette that I really like. It has 4 different colors of blushes and 2 highlighters. These highlighters are really stunning. The stunning are these ones right here. They're really pretty, and the blushes are really soft formula. So yeah, I really like this palette so much, but since it's no longer available, I'm gonna get rid of it. Next, I had this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the blush kit, and I believe this one is no longer available, so for that reason I'm gonna get rid of it, even though I really like this palette so much. It's one of my favorite palettes from Anastasia, but it's no longer available. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this palette, declutter this palette. And last palette that I have is this one right here, and this is from Lovecraft Beauty. I got this palette in my Ipsy bag, And this is the blushes. They're really pretty, don't get me wrong, they're really pretty, but I don't reach for this palette a lot, so for that reason I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm trying to keep products that I know that I love, and I'm gonna get rid of, and that I know that I love, and I know that I'm gonna get used to it. But for that reason I don't want to keep products that I know that I'm not gonna use it. So yeah, so this is all my eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to keep. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back in the drawers. So yeah, so everything fits. I know it's still a lot of products, but everything is in there. And in this drawer is a little bit less product. So these are the palettes that I'm gonna get rid of it. Look at my hand for all the swatches. So yeah, this is the palettes that I'm gonna get rid of it. I have 9 palettes that are going to get rid of it, and I'm gonna see if my friends and family wants to, or if not, I'm gonna put it in POSHMARK to sell it, or whatever it is, or I'm gonna toss it. So yeah, so this is what I got so far. I think I really did a good job decluttering my face palette. So yeah, so next one is going to be my eyeshadow palette. So I'll let you know I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but we're gonna go through that in another video. So yeah, so that's everything I have for you today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and I see you in my next video. Bye.